Welcome. In this example, we will learn how to maintain the register balance. An essential component of running the point of sale is reconciling the POS register. In the morning, the register will open with a certain cash balance. When users first log in at the start of their shift, they should click F8 or click on the F8 Options button to open the Options dialog. Use the arrow keys and go to the Welcome page and press Enter. In the Welcome page, a box will appear for the device float. Currently, the float is 0. Press the Change button. The float is the total cash in the register at the start of the day. For example, if there are $100 that are in the register at the start of each day as part of store policy, you would type in 100 and click Save. Device float is saved prompt will appear. Press OK. During the course of the day, the user will complete transactions. As the transactions complete, the records for the register will update, and the register will expect a certain amount of money to be in the till at the end of the day or at the end of the user shift, whichever comes first. When the user shift is finished, at the end of the shift, they will click on F8 Options and use the arrow keys to toggle down to the register balance option and press Enter. At the end of the shift, the cashier must now reconcile the register. If they're counting the till, they will typically reconcile it for all cashiers and click Show. The register will show along the sides the totals it expects for different payment types. Notice the float of $100, which was entered at the start of the day, is by default remembered in the float screen. The system is expecting $929.10 in cash in the till. The user will count the cash in the till at this point and enter the coins at the top, bills at the top and coins at the bottom. After counting the coins, press F2 to calculate. The total calculated cash is $355.17. Clearly, there's a discrepancy. The user would at this point go back and edit the amount or recheck their calculations. Similarly, they will check the check balances, and at this point they would initiate a batch close on the credit card machine and type in the credit card totals. Once all the payment types have been entered, the user can as well enter a comment. Once finished, press F3 or click on the Save button. If the total cash or any payment type does not exactly match the expected amount, the system will provide the following prompt. The total amount you entered for cash collected does not match the actual amount. This will allow the user to press cancel and recheck the amounts in the event of a discrepancy. In this case, let's assume that the discrepancy is for another reason and the user wishes to continue. Press OK. At this point, a receipt will print for the end of day totals that were entered. It will document the cash and payments amounts. Once the receipt prints, a prompt will appear indicating end of day details are uploaded. Press OK to complete. This completes the lesson on how to specify the float at the start of the day and reconcile the register balance at the end of the shift. In the event that multiple shifts are present, the register balance must be opened and the float must be reset at the start of each shift. In the earlier example, let's assume that the first cashier had opened with a $100 float. After completing their transactions, they saved the register balance and uploaded the details at the end of the shift. Now, the new cashier will come in and again set the float to begin the shift. They will go to the welcome page and enter the device float they started with. For example, $898 to account for the new sales since the start of day. Press save. The next cashier in the shift has started operating. Sales will be entered of various types. And at the end of the cashier's shift, let's assume that this is the last cashier. We will again do a register balance in an identical fashion to the previous example. Select the register balance and not the welcome page. Ensure all cashiers option is selected and press the show button. Notice the $10.50 we've collected since the new shift is indicated. No other payment types were made, therefore all of them are zero. The float of $898 at the start of the shift is shown here. You may type a comment and press F2 to calculate and verify the cash amounts. In this case, $10.50 matches exactly the amount that the register expects. Press F3 to print and save the transaction. Press OK and the register balance closes. If this was the last closing for the day and there are no further cashier shifts, the register in the morning will again have to be opened, and again the new beginning float will have to be specified. This occurs every day that the point of sale is operational if you wish to institute a register tracking policy in the store. This completes the lesson on how to manage the register at the point of sale. Thank you. Goodbye.